Around 200 years ago, in 1819, an officer of the Madras Presidency, John Smith, while on a hunting trip, was brought by a bhill boy to the entrance of Cave 10 at Ajanta. Since the caves became known to the Western world, their importance as an archaeological treasure has only grown with time. At the edge of the Deccan Plateau, in Aurangabad district, the Waghora river cascades into 7 pools, or Saptakund, before plunging into a U-shaped valley. Located along its basalt cliff are the Ajanta Caves. It was a day's walk from the trade route of the time. The caves were excavated in 2 time periods. The early caves were created during the Satvahana period, between the 2nd century BCE and the 1st century CE. The later caves were made in the 5th century, perhaps during the Vakataka reign. A lot of what we know about how these caves were made are from the inscriptions. Inscriptions in Cave 10 reveal that merchants, monks, and ordinary people gifted parts of the cave. The early caves were thus created through collective patronage of the Sangha. 2 Chaityagrahas or prayer halls, Cave 9 and 10, and 3 Viharas or residential caves, 12, 13, and 15A, are from this period. The arched entrances clearly distinguish the Chaityagrahas, Cave 9 and 10. The Chaityagraha houses the stupa, the sacred axis of the cave. It represents the Buddhist path or marga. The cave interiors mimic wooden halls of the period. The visible impressions on the roof tell you that wooden rafters were once part of the ceiling. The pillared hall is decorated with paintings. These are the oldest known Buddhist paintings in India, laden with expression and emotion. They narrate stories from the previous lives of the Buddha, known to us as the Jatakatha or the Jataka tales. Almost half a millennium after the early caves, a new group of caves began to be excavated. The accurate chronology of these caves is still a matter of dispute. The accepted period for these caves spans from the 5th to the 7th century, though many researchers now subscribe to a much shorter chronology. According to Walter Spink, who has done extensive work on the chronology of the Ajanta caves, these caves were built in a much shorter time, between 462 and 480 CE. Most of the later caves were built through aristocratic patronage, as revealed through inscriptions etched at the entrances of the grand cave complexes. Inscriptions from this period tell us a lot about the cave patrons. Outside Cave 26, an inscription reveals the close relationship of Bhaviraja, a minister of the Ashmaka king, with whose support the noble monk Buddhabhadra created the Cave 26 complex. The inscription in Cave 17 states that a king, described as Dharadipa, commissioned a large cave complex which included the monastery Cave 17, a water cistern, a Nagraja shrine, and the Chaityagraha Cave 19. The inscriptions at Cave 16 show Varahadeva, the Prime Minister of the Vakataka King Harishena, as the patron. The inscription states the influence of King Harishena from Malwa to Kuntala under a king who very few of us even know existed. From an inscription in Cave 4, we know of Mathur of Karvatiya clan, but it is unclear whether he was the patron of the entire cave or just a part of it. Though there are no inscriptions in Cave 1 and 2, Spink suggests that King Harishena and his queen might have commissioned the caves. It is very evident that the later caves had the patronage of kings and influential people. For example, the Chaityagraha, Cave 19 at first glance, seems similar to Cave 10. But the stupa at the rear end has a Buddha image. By the 5th century, worshipping the Buddha image had become an accepted part of the Buddhist iconography. The arched ceiling now has stone ribs mimicking the wooden rafters of the early caves. Along with Buddha, there are many elaborate sculptures of nidhis, birds, animals, and celestial creatures. The master craftspeople sculpted wonders from stone in this later phase. The later caves, specifically Cave 1, 2, 16 and 17, hold stunning paintings. Just like the early caves, these paintings tell Buddhist stories. Some of the caves at Ajanta, like Caves 5, 23 and 24, are incomplete. On closer observation, one realizes that virtually all the later caves are incomplete. This suggests that work abruptly stopped at the entire site for some reason. What happened? Why did Ajanta recede into a disused site, inhabited by bats, bees, and animals? Archaeologists and historians provide many probable answers and are not always in agreement. Some cite the fall of the Vakataka rule to be the reason. Others cite a rise of a Brahmanical wave and the eventual disappearance of Buddhism from the cultural and religious map of the region. When rediscovered, the site was said to be inhabited by a few sadhus and the local Bhil tribe. Today, the site attracts thousands who seek to discover the treasures the caves hold. As you walk through Ajanta, you realize that just like the painted stories in the caves, Ajanta also has a lot of stories to tell, if you're listening.
For more such captivating videos, visit www.indianculture.gov.in and subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss an update.